Welcome everyone, in front of me I have the brand new iPhone 14 Plus. You can see the purple model, 128GB. I also have the iPhone 14 Pro and regular iPhone 14, so I can do a little size comparison as well. So this phone hasn't been very hyped, however it's a pretty good deal if you think about it. You're getting large display for a relatively good price, and okay, it has A15, but it's not like the A16 is much faster. So opening up the box here, we have the phone, and wow, I have not used a large phone in literal years. I use an iPhone 12 mini. This feels big, very big. So let's remove this plastic and let's compare it real quick to, let's say, an iPhone 8 Plus. Wow, okay, so it's actually larger than an iPhone 8 Plus. This is 7 Plus, same thing. If I take the iPhone 14 Pro here, even though the 14 Pro is smaller, it actually feels heavier, the 14 Pro compared to the 14 Plus, which is a little bit weird. You'd think this is heavier, look how big it is. But no, the 14 Pro is heavier. I mean, the thickness, looking for the most part the same, maybe slightly thicker on 14 Pro. And then regular iPhone 14, regular 14 feels very light, 14 Plus a little bit heavier, but still the same thickness. The purple also looks the exact same as well. Camera lens look the exact same. So it's essentially an iPhone 14, but it's larger. So let's power on this device right here. Is it dead? No, it's not dead. Cool. So we have in the box the designed by Apple, California. SIM ejector tool, because I'm from the UK. But to the US people whining, we had the prices raised, so I wouldn't call that a big W. And of course the charging cable here. To those wondering, yes, this does support wireless charging. You can use MagSafe, which is the best solution, or you can use a Qi charger. So let's slide up to open. First of all, I mean, look at that right there. Quite a smaller notch you'd expect, because look at the 14 here and the 14 Plus. That's actually pretty cool. Now, the notch actually doesn't look that bad when you have such a massive display. 60 Hz, on the display here as well. I will admit though, I usually turn off 120 Hz when I have the option to turn it on. I've never understood it. If I'm playing games, yes, but otherwise, it's not really that deep. So let's connect to the Wi-Fi network here. I must admit, I use an iPhone 12 mini, but I wouldn't mind using this. Like my 12 mini, I don't even know where it is, it's like the other side of the room. The problem with it really is, I don't know what the problem is. It's weird, like I can use a tiny phone, I can use a massive phone, I don't know. But yeah, this did replace the mini series, which is sad. I think the mini series maybe was better. I don't know. It's glitched out. Okay, there we go. The activation was weird. So let's take a look at the Face ID. Cool. I mean, I was thinking there would be some special animation like you get on the 14 Pro, but there isn't one. It really is jarring to see a regular iPhone like this so large. But the thing about it, the 13 Pro Max was just like this, but I used the phone Pro Max. I just have short-term memory loss apparently. So let's give the eSIM setup. In the UK there's like no carrier which supports eSIM. It's really crazy how far behind we are. Okay, here we go. So, man, I'm not used to the larger display. It's kind of crazy, not gonna lie. But doing the reachability, yes. Now things are getting familiar. So my 12 mini, I can reach literally every single corner. On this 14 Plus, oh my god, that actually hurts my hands. Yep, I can understand why I buy mini iPhones now. I forgot for a second. Man, yeah, you have reachability, but even then, that is tough. On the 12 mini, that is a no-brainer. Okay, alright, so what software did it ship with? I'm curious. 16.0.1, interesting. So the original 16.0 actually kind of devices, I don't think anyone's really spoke about this. If you do data transfer, the phone will just go black. And if you don't know what you're doing, the phone is bricked. So yeah, it also comes with the regular Apple apps. I think they did this with the iPhone Look at this. Oh, it's crazy. I mean, most people like large phones. I'm in the minority. At the end of the day, I did a poll. Most people like the larger devices. It's like 66% like the larger, 33% like the smaller. Maybe because, people use a phone for everything. I use a phone to, I don't know what I use. I literally just to sync with the watch. That's really it. I barely use a phone. So maybe that makes sense why I just want, ease of use. But yeah, I mean, this phone, I can grip it just about. Honestly, this feels just as hard as like an iPhone 30 Pro Max, or maybe slightly harder to grip, which is interesting. It's quite large. Take a look at the back here. Fingerprints, they are going to be an issue, but I mean, there's no real surprise there. This isn't like the, I know you call that the matte finish. You have a glossier one here. Oh yeah, this is glossy, this is matte. I don't know why that was hard to pronounce. Take a look at the camera here. Photographic styles. I came with the iPhone 13 series, but because I didn't use them, I didn't realize that was a thing. So what we got? We got the regular 4K 60. Cool. I mean, I've always thought about using iPhones as cameras, but then raised the question: you spend £1,000 for a camera, why not just buy a £1,000 camera? I don't know. I'm obsessed with mobile devices. Like, I'm using a phone to record this video right now as well. So I mean, we got the regular cinematic mode, video mode, all of the good modes. And this is a regular iPhone we're talking about, and this is the A15 chip. But this is actually what some people forget: is this is the 13 Pro Max's A15 chip. The regular iPhone 13 got a slower chip. I don't know why they both A15. Maybe I bet if they call it like A15X, people would be like, oh, iPhone 13's only got an A15, But man, yeah, this phone is massive. It honestly kind of feels better to grip than the matte. Oh no, the issue is with the 13 Pro Max and even this one guy right here, the camera module is so large, you like slide over it, it's not great. But with the 14 Plus, you have this smaller camera module. It's actually quite small. I mean, it's probably going to take good photos. Obviously, the AI, it has the photonic engine, which is weird because I don't think the 13 is the photonic engine, but they have the same processor. But don't ask those questions. Don't question Apple with that one. I mean, yeah, here is the 14 Plus. With that being said, thanks for watching. See you guys later. Bye-bye.